Opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services, Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
Yes, brought to you by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel. We just never seem to have Dutch Mantel join us. Well, not everybody can be like me, I guess. Yes, we are on here with a special request show. Had a few of you asking me if I was going to do a show tonight. I guess I should bring up the chat just in case anybody says anything. Wanted to know if I had any interest in doing a show tonight. And, well, we've always got people in need, always people needing some help. And you never know, maybe Saturday night is a good time for people to pop in. People had their payday on Friday. Or maybe people actually have time to watch the show as their day winds down on a Friday night or a Saturday night, as the case may be. And we have helped many of our Filipino friends over the past few days. That's why I'm going to leave Facebook open for a little while tonight to give them an opportunity to pop in and say, hey, there's Mylene. We just helped her recently. Eunice's family, Gwen's family, helping her get a backpack today. All kinds of people out there getting some help. And as they pop up in here, I'll try to remember what we got them. But a lot of it's having to do with school supplies. We do have about 3 or 4 other families that have made last minute requests. Jeanette's family needs help for Justin and James. Here we go. There's a lot of J names in the Philippines for me to remember. And I do want to give a big shout out to our brand new sponsor, Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Matter of fact, got the old milkshake drink cup right there. The salted caramel with coffee, or mocha, I should say, and Reese pieces. Oh my, they'll make them about any way you want them. And oh my God, they are good. And Arby's, of course, has been in talks with us about becoming a sole sponsor. So we'll see how those talks go to see if it's worth the while to do that. We're going to leave Royals Chicken up for a little bit longer. Their management is not spending a penny on anything right now, including their employees, which disappoints me, but the food's still good. And the people that I deal with down there are good people. So I don't mind keeping their logo up for another 30 days. We'll probably be looking for another chicken place to take their place. I know who that won't be. And Carrabba's Bar and Grill, hoping to head back there real soon. And, of course, the Fish House. Some amazing fish down at the Fish House here in Louisville. Just look up their address. I think they're down past 20. It's either 21st or 27th, but they're the only fish house in Louisville, so they're easy enough to find. And now the show is not going to be here long if you people do not comment. There's 22 of you, shockingly, that are in here watching the show. Mylene's been the only one to say a word. 24 of you. And I won't be here long if you're not interacting with the show. If some of you would like to donate, I know that some of you we haven't heard from in a little bit, probably just due to pay schedules or as y'all get an opportunity to be on the show. Hopefully Naughty Nicole's able to watch tonight. It's a Saturday night. I don't know if it's past her bedtime or not. Michigan Mike, maybe he'll get a chance to pop in and say, hey, maybe the tea maker. If the tea maker's out there watching, maybe he'll say, hey. And any of you that can even donate a little bit to help these kids with their school supplies, it is greatly appreciated. I know TC from the NC said he'd be watching tonight. I think Randy Macho Man Satterley said he'd be checking us out for a little bit tonight. I know he's planning a big trip coming up here soon to help a friend of his that talk about a friend in need. Well, he's one of them, and I'll keep that part of it private. But yeah, he's got a big old project on his plate coming up real soon. And so, like I said, if you don't comment, the show will be very short-lived tonight. We went live at 10:15. I will stay here till at least 10:45. I figure if I can come in just 99 minutes before Father's Day, I guess some of you can do that. And let's see. Oh, my Cincinnati Reds played the Detroit Tigers today, the best team in baseball. We got slapped around pretty good yesterday. We beat Cleveland 5 out of 6. Took home the Ohio Cup for the first time in quite some time. Cleveland's a pretty good ball club, and Cincinnati got the best of them 5 out of 6 times. We have never done that. So that was exciting for the Cincinnati Reds. And Detroit looked like world beaters yesterday. I think beat us 8-4 or something like that. But we got them good today, 10-1. Ellie Dela Cruz with a hell of a day. A grand slam, I think, out of Spencer Steer. I could be wrong on who hit the grand slam. But a great day for the Cincinnati Reds. And they play at high noon tomorrow on Father's Day on Roku. So I have Roku, so hopefully that'll be fine. We're up to 31 of you watching the show right now on a late night Saturday night Father's Day pregame show. I think is what I'm the only one here. Father's Day pregame show. Coltrane and Bob ain't got nothing to do with us. I don't know where they are. Bob doesn't have any kids, so I don't know what his excuse is. And I know he ain't buying his father anything for Father's Day. Maybe he'll give him his Porsche. Yeah, it'd be nice. Hey, Pop. Throw him the keys. And then Bob can buy my 2004 Opel Kadett, a.k.a. Volvo. He could do that. And, but yeah, we look like we peaked at about 34 of you watching the live event tonight. And, but like I said, I don't care if there's 6,000 of you in here. If you ain't asking questions, I ain't going to hang around. So if you got any questions about current events, I have not watched, shockingly, all that much news today. I saw a little bit. I've been mainly seeing the coverage of the war between Iran and Israel. And I have not seen a lot of the marches today. Did Trump celebrate his birthday with the tanks? $140 million to throw his little birthday party today. And then another estimated $20 million to repair the roads from the tanks and all the shit that was going to be going up and down the roads in D.C. today. $20 million. Now, I don't want to point out the obvious, but do you have any idea how many people I can feed for $20 million or even $50,000 or $10,000? $1,000 feeds quite a few. Mylene will tell you that. So, but the shame of the matter is this is going to be a 30 because not one other than Mylene, no one said a word. Even those of you that told me, asked me to do the show and said that you'd come and watch it if I did one, have not said a word. I know the delay. Mylene got through, so I know the rest of you can. So, but if we speak, then he'll want a donation. Well, that doesn't always work out, does it? That doesn't always work out. So I could just sit here like a rock for the next 15, 20 minutes. What is it, 10:25? Yeah, we've been here 10 minutes. I didn't even play the opening theme song tonight to give us a little bit of extra time and to not drag the show out quite as long at the beginning, because some of you's attention span ain't very long and you go away. That happens. All right, let's see. Tyler says it's not letting him comment. Well, maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know why that would be. Last place he needs to be. So if you're trying to comment on the show and you're not getting through, write me in my Facebook Messenger inbox, and I will answer your questions that way. Tyler says it's not letting him comment. No idea why. Jeff Sanford, are you watching the show? TC from the NC has made a $10 challenge, so we got that going for us. That is the only donation of the night that I've seen so far. So thank you, TC from the NC. But yeah, some of you are saying it's having trouble. It's not letting me comment either. It's only the owner of the show can let you see the comment. Wow, man, that's weird. I have no idea what the hell that's about. I don't know what to do about it either. Let me, shit. I don't know if there's a way for me to, if Bob was watching, maybe he could go in and fix it. I got an idea, but I don't know if it'll let me do it on a live show or not. All right. Give me a second. You'll see me sitting here looking like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try something here. If Bob was watching, he could probably fix it, but I doubt it. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of you trying to comment, but it ain't letting you. So I got an idea that maybe I can fix it. We're about to find out. Bear with me because I'm doing this as we watch. You might hear some feedback in a minute. Yeah, there's the feedback. That didn't work. All right. Well, hang on. Bear with me. Hi, Chairman Meow Meow. Okay, live chat replay. Anyone. We're going to let anyone comment. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, that might fix it. Because I switched it to anyone instead of subscribers. We'll see what that does. Take down the new tab. Take down that. Streamyard customization. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, who needs Bob, right? Who needs Bob? Yeah. So now any of you can chat. Of course, Dan does not have a membership. I don't know what we're going to do about Dan. TC has made a $10 challenge to help us out with kids needing school supplies tonight. Jeanette and her family not only are needing school supplies, but they can use gas to cook with. They said it's raining so much. I got it fixed. Let's see. Yeah, we got it fixed, Ryan. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. That the Facebookers or the YouTube, well, Mylene could comment, but she was watching on Facebook. So one of my hotels I booked is thanking me for using them. Well, we appreciate that. And let me see if we got any other donations here. TC from the NC has donated $10. Randy Macho Man Satterley says, I will do better than that. I will issue a $20 challenge. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Give me 1 second. I have to rotate some money due to Google One still trying to take money from me. I don't know what the hell their deal is. I don't want Google One. I've never wanted it. But they keep trying to take money out of my Venmo account. So I got to do a quick adjustment here real quick. Bear with me. You're watching this how we make the sausage here tonight, it looks like. Add money. Next. I guess reading glasses might help over the ones that keep my eyes from burning out on the computer screen. So bear with me, and then we'll get to some questions. Add. In a second. Yeah, I want to add from there. Okay. See what that does. Okay, I think that worked. There we go. And One more thing to check here, guys. See, when you do these shows by yourself, they are a little harder. There's no doubt about that. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Let me see transactions here. So we want to thank Randy the Macho Man Satterley for his $10 donation. TC from the NC with his $10 donation. Both of those were Venmo. And yeah, so I think we're up to date on that. There we go. All right. Billy Sellers is in the house with his badge. How you doing, Billy? Hello, Kenny. I can talk now. Yeah, apparently it blocked all of you, and I have no idea why. So, yeah, now if we can make $60 or more here tonight, I'll go ahead and stay the full hour. We do, like I had said, have several kids needing school supplies. Jeanette, both of her kids need school supplies and backpacks. The backpacks alone are normally about $15 each. Jambi's kid needs some shoes. They're about $10. Let's see. Gwen needs a backpack. I got her school supplies earlier today, but she says her backpack is not worth a shit. My challenge goes out to the non-dads. You can help some. Well, there you go. You can adopt a kid for today. That's a good idea, Macho Man Satterley. As a matter of fact, Randy Macho Man, call me after the show. I've got a proposal for you that you might like. You might not. I don't know. I'll pitch you on it and see what you think about it. And I did give you a shout out tonight for going to help your friend. That is a true friend doing what you're going to do, because that's, I don't know if I like anybody that well. Maybe Cornette back in the day. I might have done it I'd probably do it for Jimmy now. Just so I could beat the shit out of him every day for being a racist asshole. That'd be something to do. Let's see. Which Dan is this? We have a few Dans that watch the show. Which Dan is this that does not think enough of the show to get a membership or to make a donation? Which one are you? Now he's never going to tell us which one he is. But yeah, thank you, Macho Man. Appreciate that. Plus, Randy Macho Man Satterley helped us out of a situation yesterday where I was trying to help 3 different families get the things they needed. And on PayPal, I accidentally clicked the wrong one and sent money to a family that I don't even know if they're still around anymore. The name was Crasilia or something like that. Rosadia. She has the last name of a few people that we help, but have not seen her name come up in quite some while. We've helped her before. I went through her history. We have sent her over 1,000 pesos at least 10, 12 times just from the history I saw. But she had not asked for any help recently, and I don't know what the reason for that would be. So I accidentally sent to her instead of another person with that last name. And I'm going, shit. And it was a decent amount of money. And I'm going, shit. So I wrote the person and said, hey, this might be difficult, but that money was not intended for you. Could you send it back so we can send it to the family that needs it? They need school supplies and various shit like that. And if you need some help, let me know. We'll work on it for you. But this particular money, so of course, I don't hear anything back. So I told Macho Man what I did, and he was kind enough to make up the difference on that yesterday. And he ended up covering 2 of the families that needed help. So that was Randy did $50 to help us out with that, plus another 20 tonight. I did not want that to be ignored because Randy helped me with 2 of the families needing help. As a matter of fact, we helped so many people yesterday. I'm only permitted on SendWave to help 10 families a day. Why they keep it to that, I don't know. And some of them were smaller helps. Some of them were big. Some of them were $50 helps, $43 helps. And some of them were 10 and 15. Well, they all count as a transaction. And once you reach 10, you can't send any more money on SendWave from anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. So that's why I had to send a couple of people help through PayPal and then sent the wrong person the money. So what do you do? So, but if anybody else is out there, if Nicole or Michigan Mike or the Tea Maker, anybody out there, and even if you can do a small amount, it's a big help. So we appreciate it. And even a small amount. So we've raised, I think, 30 for the night. Yeah, we've raised 30 for the night, I think. I'm looking. I don't want to misquote. Holiday Inn Express thanking me again. It's very nice of Holiday Inn to do that. Well, it's now set for anybody can comment, and everybody's commenting just fine. So you should be okay now. Well, don't be on Facebook. Go to YouTube like an adult where people buy memberships. Period. LOL. Ryan Lesko says I've limited who can talk to me on Facebook. Maybe Ryan's not a friend on Facebook. I don't know. Let me look. Act like an adult. Oh, well, he's not even a friend of mine on Facebook. That's why. Jesus Christ. Probably because he never donates. There's Gangrel on my Facebook account. I don't know what he's doing. And so, yeah, that's why, Ryan, you were not even a friend of mine on Facebook. But there is the adult option, like Randy Macho Man Satterley, Billy Sellers, TC from the NC, not Dan, because Dan doesn't think enough of the show to get a membership or to make a donation. So don't be like him. Be like those other guys. And, but yeah, we've only got 30. I'm only going to be here 8 more minutes. We need to make $30 more. And if we make it, I'll stay for a full hour. And if not, then it was a happy 30-minute Father's Day. We made $30, and that'll help one family get what they need. And we'll go from there. And Randy, the offer's still out there for you if you want to give me a call for a short audio call. I've got a proposal to throw your way, and we'll see if you like it or don't. Oh, there's sweet Cheska. We just helped her. She where's that new profile picture I made you, girl? I made you a couple of awesome pictures. You told me the one you liked. I've been using this AI generator to make futuristic images like I used on the show for me tonight. And some of the girls had some pictures turn out real good. And the futuristic version of the ones that turn out the best. And Cheska's looked real good. Jasmine's looked amazing. Jambi's looked real good. So there were quite a few. I appreciate it, Randy. And let's see here. Yeah, he challenged the fathers out there that don't have any kids to make a donation, but that hadn't worked yet. Has not worked yet. And so, yeah, we got about 7 more minutes. We'll see what happens. Feel free, for those of you that are members or have donated, to go ahead and ask any questions that you got. I did watch a Raw summary of the Raw that I missed because I got a friend of mine said she was going to share a Netflix account with me, but I don't have access to that yet. So someone is posting out there that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar invaded the show. There's only one problem with that. There's no video of it, no real pictures. They all look like doctored fucking photographs. All kinds of other shit thrown in there. There's a little Art Gel. I made Art Gel a real nice picture too. That's Art Gel's mother, Angela. How you doing? And thank you for the happy Father's Day. Not officially here yet. We've got 81 minutes till it's officially Father's Day here on the East Coast in America, and even later than that for people out on the West Coast. So, yeah, I got 6 more minutes here. We're trying to raise another $30, but it ain't looking good. Okay. Well, Billy says he didn't see him on it. Yeah, it looked like some AI bullshit. But I did see the Uso Gunther match, and unless Uso's hurt, I don't know why they would do that at a non-pay-per-view event. Something is up. There's something we don't know about, because I don't know why you would do that. Jay's as over as he's ever going to get. And Gunther doesn't need the belt to do what he's doing. I know a lot of times you want to thank you, Eunice. How you doing? Eunice, I've made you some beautiful pictures recently. When are you going to post the profile pictures? Nothing I hate worse than people that don't have profile pictures, because they look like fake accounts. And I know yours is not. And shout out to Gwen, your friend. We helped your friend to get her school supplies. We're trying to get her. There he is. Ryan's got it working. He ain't got no membership. He hadn't donated, but he's got it working. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. No, we were not friends on Facebook, Ryan. That's why it wasn't working. It's set up so only that people are my friends can comment on Facebook, and for whatever reason, you were not a friend. But I did send you a friend request on Facebook as well. We call Facebook where the freeloaders hang out, because the only people that normally chat with us on Facebook are the Filipinos who we're trying to help, those of us that do that. And the freeloaders that don't want to get a YouTube account because they're scared shitless, we'll ask them to make a donation to help these people. Don't be one of those people, Ryan. I know you're independently wealthy. Come on. Don't be a little bitch. Don't be a little bitch. And thank you to everybody out there who was sending love and condolences and everything over Choco. This, needless to say, has been the hardest week of my life. It was a Thursday night that we had to have her put down due to the encouragement of 2 veterinarians, because we did not want to believe the first one. Quit being a fucking freeloader, because I do get rid of freeloaders. Once they establish their true colors, and that they don't even have the decency to help these people out a little bit with a few fucking, when I think of what you people spend on coffee, your mochas, your lattes, your Uber Eats, your deliveries. See, I don't do any of those. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink expensive. I don't drink any coffee. Filipinos hate to hear that. And I don't order out because it's fucking outrageous. And that's why I have restaurant sponsors, because when I do go out to eat, it's free. So that helps. I appreciate it, Billy. And Bob made a beautiful tribute video that we played on the Thursday night show. And it comes up at about the 1 hour and 2 minute mark. But being a freeloader, Ryan, shows some decency. These are humans we're trying to help. Unless you're a Trump supporter, then I understand your reasoning. Oh, well, they have dark skin. We're not going to help them. They're from another country. We're not going to help them. Then I get you. Let's see here. What do we got? Well, Dan has donated a super sticker of $1.99. Now, we do not get that till July the 21st. But hey, every little bit helps, and we appreciate it. But we will get that July the 21st. Well, we get 70% of it. YouTube keeps 30% when there's super sticker chats in here. You're welcome, Jambi. Yeah, Jambi, we helped a few times recently, and her last thing she needed was a pair of shoes for her kid that are about $10. So if you have the ability to donate one of the ways you see here, we get that money instantly. And we even have a QR code that goes directly to the 501c3 PayPal account. As a matter of fact, I need to go there tonight and link the new 501c3 bank account to that. I haven't done that yet today. Hadn't thought a lot about it since the passing of Choco. Then I got a scare because Tucow had been sick the last 2 days. I didn't want to talk about that shit, but his appetite's back tonight. He ate real good. He's doing much better, and he might have just been depressed. They've been with Choco. He's been with Choco since the first day he got here. Choco was first. Then a few months later, Tucow came, or about a year later, I'm sorry. And we got Tucow when he was 4 months old. I've got a video posted in my stories of Tucow when he was under a year old chasing a Roomba. And it's pretty cute. I still have that collar that he's wearing. It don't fit him anymore, but I still have that. But it was on my Facebook stories. If it ain't there, I'll post it again later. We're still trying to get to $60, and we only got 1 minute. I will count his 10, even though we don't get it. So we're $20 shy of staying an hour. Let's see if anyone has been good to us. Because I thought if Michigan Mike or Nicole or T-Maker were watching, they might do a little something. Well, they're either not watching or they're just not going to do anything. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and count the odds. So I'm going to go 6 more minutes to try to raise $20 to $30 more. So like I said, one of those donations we do not get until the 21st. Jasmine's watching the show. Hey, Jasmine. And we made some beautiful pictures of Jasmine as well. Jasmine had some pictures of her out on the ocean. And we put that futuristic AI to it. And, man, they turned out real good. Paul RJ sent $10. And we know what it cost him to send $10, but it cost about $20. So we're $10 shy now of getting to stay here for another hour. So shout out to the beautiful Jasmine. Got a beautiful name, too. I always like that name. She was up having breakfast earlier this morning. Cheska's watching the show. She says, good luck to your live show. How you doing, Cheska? Eunice is watching the show. Shout out to Eunice. Shout out to Jambi. Jambi's AI picture turned out pretty good. She sent me pictures of her and her kid. Lena sent me pictures to AI generate for her and her kid. Apparently the Filipinos do not have this option, and the only way I can do it is in one of my group chats. And it's an AI generator that'll take any picture that I get, and you can make a painting out of it, or futuristic, anime, video game, and it does all kinds of shit. And Paul wanting people to donate. Well, I'm giving them 4 more minutes. We only need $10 more for me to stay another hour. Well, technically 20, because 10 of this we don't get till July the 21st. That's a long way away. Oh well, something then. Okay, you've got money. Oh, well, the day has been saved, guys. The day has been saved because Paul RJ has donated the $10, which left us $10 shy where we needed to be. Well, a very nice and very good supporter of this show has stepped up and says, King, stay another 30 minutes. I'm ad-libbing here. Stay another 30 minutes, and let's see if the room can match my donation of $75. Very good. Thank you so much. That is a huge help. That his donation alone is going to help us with at least 2, maybe 3 families get the school supplies they need, shoes that they need. And so for Jeff and everybody else that got us close, it's 10:47 now. I will stay till at least 11:15. At least 11:15. That is awesome. That really is. Thank you, Jeff. You saved our ass, man. I really appreciate it. And we've still got a few out there that we haven't heard from in a little while. Michigan Mike, Naughty Nicole, and T-Maker's always good to us when he can. T-Maker is a bit of an investor and shit like that. And when he does good, he tries to help us here. And we really appreciate that. So I'm sure when he can, he will. I have no doubt. Naughty Nicole is always good, at least once or twice a month, helping us out. Michigan Mike, I did save him some money. He was supposed to take me to dinner when he come back from Nashville, me and my son, and he didn't have time because his partner got sunburnt real bad. So he had to blow right through Louisville, and saved him about $60, $70 on dinner. Didn't have to take me out, but I still owe him his Anthony Scaramucci book too. And probably a couple other things. We're going to get him one of the water bottles. Jeffrey, give me your address. Send me your address. And I don't know if I owe you anything or not. Fuck, I might. Remind me if I do. And we got the BS water bottles here, Bolin Services Incorporated, a little mini logo on the back that we just added. And then the big logo on the front. And anybody that donates $50 or more twice in a month gets one of these for free. We'll include it with anything. Like if you're buying autograph pictures, one of our Arby's people has made some donations, and he got one. We gave Five Guys one. Who else? Those of you that are buying your autograph pictures, we are including one of these for you with the autograph pictures. That includes Randy Macho Man Satterley, the young man that Bob facilitated a deal with a Stone Cold Steve Austin picture. We're going to make sure he gets one. But yeah, anybody that either makes 2 $50 donations in a month or buys one of the autograph pictures at $100 or more, we'll get one of these bottles, a little mini logo on the back and the big logo on the front. And once again, shout out to my Cincinnati Reds. You see them sitting over here. There we go. Well, that's the little logo. You probably won't see the big one. And I got my 2 little mugs there. And the microphone's got little BS logos on them. So yeah, thanks to Jeffrey. Now, Jeffrey, feel free to comment in here if you have the availability to do so. And now you're all making me feel real good that we did the show, because we're able to help several of these families. There's going to be some people getting some help that aren't expecting it tonight. Jambi's kid is going to get shoes. Gwen is going to get a backpack. She said she also needs a power bank. And they're about $15. So what we've made tonight, we're going to get her a power bank as well. because that keeps her phone charged so she can do her schoolwork, because they have a lot of blackouts there. Kelly Price in the room. Hey, how you doing, Kelly? Hadn't seen you in a while. Thank you for the Father's Day wish. Appreciate it. We kept Facebook open for the whole night tonight. We call it the freeloader alley is what we call it. But if you're in a position to make a donation, I mean, man, we just had Jeffrey Sanford do $75 challenge tonight. And he said, no, if one person wants to do that, that's great. But if the whole room did another 75, that'll really put us in good shape with these families. But Jambi's kid is going to get shoes. We got backpacks going out. I'm going to contact Jeanette, make sure she knows we're going to get gas for her to cook with. That's about 1,200 pesos. We'll make sure that she knows that. Her kids need help too, so we'll add up the total of what we're getting in here tonight and try and be of some help to her kids as well. And I want to thank Paul RJ, because every time Paul RJ donates 10, it costs him about 18 to do that. So and I keep telling him, you don't have to do that, but he does it anyway, because he wants to help, because he's decent people. Is Kelly Price a decent person? We'll find out. And Dan donated $10. Apparently he couldn't donate one of these ways, but he donated 10 in here in a super chat. So we appreciate Dan doing that as well. And we're here till 11:15, thanks to Jeffrey Sanford and those of you that teamed up trying to make some good things happen in here. And let's see where we're at. All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah, Venmo was showing me with $10 more than I thought I had, and that was not correct. Yeah, I'm having to protect myself on Venmo because if any of y'all have had this problem, let me know. Google One keeps trying to take $21 out of my account on Venmo. I don't need Google One. I got more stores than I know what to do with. There's Jeffrey. Now, Jeffrey, I love you, man. You're one of the top donors on this show. You always step up when we need you. Why can't we get you to drop $3 on a badge? Now, do you have an iPhone? Tell me what we need in order for you to drop $3 a month to get you a badge like Paul RJ down in Australia. Billy Sellers. As you should. And good Lord. Now, are you on a PC or a phone, or because iPhones are a little tricky to get a membership on, but I've got a thing here I can show that'll coach you through it. But we'd love for you to have a membership. I don't ask people to buy the big ones unless they really want to. But we like for them. You got an Android phone? Well, it should be easy. Just go into your Android phone, subscribe, and take the $3 membership. You don't have to take the $7 or the $20. Just take the $3 membership. That way you got a badge. You get treated with respect in here when you got a badge. And people with a badge are free to ask questions whenever they want, within reason. But look, come on, man. Let's get it back. Let's drop $3 more tonight. Jeffrey going, God damn, man, donate $75. You can't get no fucking respect around here. We want you to have a badge. It's showing my internet signal is low tonight, and I don't get it because I am on a Ethernet cable, and I got 1,000 megabytes. And when I do a speed test, it's coming up at like 988. I don't know why it's showing me with a low Wi-Fi signal. I don't understand that. But let's see if Jeff, don't call me Jeffrey, gets him. Being he's on an Android phone, it's real easy. iPhones are a little trickier. I mean, I've got both. I've got an iPhone 10 over here that I was going to send to one of the Filipinos, but it would cost about $250 to send her a phone that ain't worth that much. So we'll have them shop around, and we'll do a fundraiser on here and see what we can't do for that. Ryan Lesko, have we not been able to shame you into at least a $10 or a $20 donation to help these people out? You're just going to be a freeloader. Ryan Low Pockets Lesko. Can't even call him Deep Pockets. He's got deep pockets and Tyrannosaurus Rex arms is what he's got. Jesus Christ. He's probably down at the Trump parade today, waving the Soviet flag or something. Not trying to assume anything. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Show us you're a decent human being. We'll see how that goes. Do. And let's see, Kenny, I got a question. All right. Guess I could post it so everybody can read it. Kenny, question. There are so many wrestlers these days that a lot look and wrestle the same. How would a wrestler stand out in the crowd and get a look in and get over? I will figure it out. Or try. Okay. It shouldn't be that hard. Been a while, Kenny. Wanted to pop in and say hello. JR, the traveling salesman. Yeah, I guess it has been a while. Long enough that you ain't got a badge either. But that would be a hard one to think about because not everybody can get over. I predicted 2 years ago that that neither of the Usos would ever get over and that they were a waste of time if anybody thought they were. Ryan, why are you broke? Explain that. I'm a 65-year-old man who's been on permanent disability since 2007. Oh, you got rich off your disability check. My disability check is way less than what my rent is. So in other words, I have to work. I have to be a salesman. I have to create money to pay my bills and help a shitload of people here on this show to where Bob figured out, yeah, your little side job, you're donating 30% of what you're making. Bob had to point that out to me because I didn't track it. I didn't know. So how are you, a young, able-bodied man with the capability of working and with some speaking skills, how could you possibly be broke? Especially compared to others out there who don't have the ability to work. I am told I don't have the ability to work, but when I turned 65, I did it anyway. I was doing it before I was 65. I figure as long as I can speak, I can make a fucking dollar one way or the other. And still come on here for 14 years. Goddamn right it's my choice. Don't be a smart ass. Goddamn right it's my choice. So don't be a dick. I ain't in the mood for it. Never am in the mood for people that are selfish. I'm broke. You're full of shit. I get a little moody with selfish people. And I got a feeling Ryan, if he wants $40 worth of food delivered to his door today, he'll have it. Wants your choice. It's your choice to help people. Yeah, you fucking right it is. It's a choice I've made, that Bob Hazelwood makes, that T-Maker makes, various people that are in here donating make. And I appreciate them because they think about somebody other than themselves. Sometimes that's difficult to find in certain sides of the aisle. All right. Can't even afford $3 fucking for a goddamn badge to support the show that you claim you like. You're here watching my show. I'm not over watching yours. So don't be a dick. Might explain why we weren't friends on Facebook. A lot of shit starting to add up. All right. What else we got? Well, we're here 16 more minutes at least. Looks like Jeff's donation is the last one we got. Yep. Good old Jeffrey saving the day with his $75 donation. He says he will. Well, there shouldn't be much to figuring out how to get a badge. I'm sure even Ryan Lesko could figure it out. It's just that would be $3 that might help somebody other than him. Glad you got that YouTube account now, Ryan. Jelly Bean just wrote me and wished me a happy Father's Day. Hope you like your beautiful pictures. They look so good. All right. A shout out to Jelly Bean. I don't know if Jelly Bean has a link to the show or not. Jasmine's watching the show. The beautiful Jasmine. Not to be confused with any other Jasmines. Can't do that. And chat with her and her family from time to time. She is Jasmine has just graduated college and getting ready to get into the job force. And so that ought to be fun for her. And we got a few kids that are either graduating college this year or graduate next year within the next 9 months. It's 11 p.m. on the East Coast. Do you know where your children are? I do. I only got one. And some people say, well, Kenny, you claim to have a girlfriend on every island, 7,500 islands. Do you have kids on every island? Some people Some people say it'd be the same ones. So, but no, we love helping those. I mean, a lot, and not to give Ryan too much shit, but sometimes we think we got it so fucking rough. And when you see the people I help, and as I pointed out to my son and a few others recently, on my very, very worst fucking day, about 98% of the Filipinos I know would trade that day with me because it would be their very best day. And that's why I've dedicated the last 14 years of my life to helping those people. Because their government doesn't. And our government's trying not to. I just found out today for people that rely on LIHEAP to pay their electric bills, there's no summer LIHEAP scheduled now. And it was all they could do to get any of the winter and springtime help, because they were trying to fade that out too. But there was some reserve left and some people got help. But there's no help for people with summer help right now with LIHEAP, not in Kentucky. And we got a Democratic governor. So if he had anything to say about it, it would be fixed. But this is the federal government that involves themselves in that, trying to reduce SNAP benefits. But we're spending $140 million today on a parade for the orange orangutan, and then another close to $20 million to fix the road so he could have his tanks roll down the road. And he was told by many Republicans, senators, and congressmen, don't do this shit. This looks just like what Kim Jong-un does, what Vladimir Putin does. Did I get the name right? We'll just say Putin. This is what evil dictators do. This ain't what we do. We don't blow ourselves with our military and sick our military on our citizens. We don't do that, but it's what's going on right now. So if you don't think we're a part of a dictatorship or about to be one, or at least until we can get this ignorant fuck out of office, that's what we're dealing with. That's what you've never seen this happen. Not in my lifetime, and I'm older than most of you. So we just have the one last smart ass comment out of Ryan Lesko. I have no ability. I'm very handicapped. Then you're getting a check just like I do. If you're very handicapped, that'd be two of us. I've been on disability since 2007. I'm glad you got your badge too, Billy C, because I give people a lot of shit that don't drop $3 on a badge, as you can tell. Let's see. They said if the budget bill passes, 51,000 a month could possibly each month. Our government is a disgrace. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Yep, still no more donations since Jeffrey. I guess Jeffrey took a hit for everybody. Jeffrey, call me Jeff Sanford. All right. We got about 12 more minutes here, guys. Keep your questions coming. I'm happy to answer them. If you are a badge member or if you have donated, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And now we lost a few of you because we were up to 30. Now we're down to about 12 to 15 of you. Apparently 11 o'clock was the deadline for a few of you. And but yeah, glad we got the comments thing fixed there. Yeah, and TC donated $10 earlier tonight, guys, for those of you that didn't hear. Not many donations, but Jeff Sanford bailed us out of a huge-ass mess tonight, and we really appreciate that. At least some people are going to get some help now that weren't going to get it. Let's see here. Let me go through those donations one more time. Let's see. I'm not sure who Janiro is, but Janiro has donated $10 and said Happy Father's Day. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. That was a Cash App donation. If you're in here, Janiro, say hi so I know which one you are, because I don't see that name popping up in here anywhere. But that was very kind of you. $10 challenge from Janiro with our final 10 minutes on the show. And you know what? If we make another $40 in the next 10 minutes, I'll stay another 20, 30 minutes. Trust me, I'm worse off. I can't live on my own. All right, well, if it's going to be a shitting contest, is whether my bad knees, my bad back, my bad hip, having sepsis, having urinary tract infection, and having cellulitis, is worse than what you're dealing with. I'm not in here to have a shitting contest with you, but I'm pretty sure you got $3. Or the person helping you has $3. And you purposely said it was my choice to help people in need. That's a choice that you don't want to make. That's the part that disappoints me. I'm not trying to have a shitting contest to see who's in the worst shape. I once weighed 600 pounds and still provided for myself, doing the best I could with bad knees, bad back, and a bad hip. And didn't had a home health nurse come and check on me once every 2 weeks to make sure I was all right. But yeah, I'm not trying to get into a contest. I'm just, Kelly Price. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know what your real name was. That was nice of you to do that. Appreciate that. And Kelly Price has a badge. So we appreciate that too. That's how you do it. But I don't know. So yeah, if we make another 40 within the next 10 minutes, I'll stay an extra 20, 30 minutes. Because like I said, every time we raise $40, that helps the family, either with rice or gas or school supplies, a backpack and some school supplies, every single time we do that. Billy Sellers says he's going to make good on the John Cena autographed poster of John and John's father. He says he's going to make good on that, I guess, by the 3rd of July, I guess. And we were supposed to do that this month, but I guess something happened. But he did donate $40 the other night, which we are going to give him the dog leash. It's over here. I got a blue dog leash with our logos on it that he wanted. And I told him I would just count his donation and we'll send him the dog leash for his donation and for getting the John Cena picture. And he's getting it for $200. Cena said to sell him for $350 or more. But Billy's been good to us, especially since he come back. So we're going to let Billy have the poster for $200. Even though Mr. Cena said sell these last two he sent me for $350 or more. But if you add up all the money that Billy has donated, then I guess we could count it that way. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, well, it looks like we got about 10 of you back. And I know it's late. And I know Father's Day is around the corner. 52 minutes till Father's Day officially. I'm out of here, Kenny, going to sleep. I got up at 98 this morning. Well, was it 98 degrees or you got up at 9 o'clock? Well, I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. And here I is. So it's been a long-ass day for me. Long-ass day. So you have a good one. We're probably going to be out of here in about 7 minutes anyway. Thank you, Billy. Have a good one. And if anyone else donates in the next 7 minutes, let me know. Like I said, if we make another 40, I'll stay a little bit longer. Oh, Jesus. I'm fading myself, guys. I'm fading myself. But keep your questions coming. We got about 6 minutes left. I don't think we're going to make that $40, but I do want to thank Jeffrey for bailing us out. No problem, King. Let's see. Narn Anderson with a $5 donation. Once again, I will point out we will get that July the 21st. Back up to 24 of you in here live now. Billy doesn't live far from me. The humidity is rough. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt that. It's a little rough here, but not too awful bad today. We've had we're having storms here 5 days in a row. We're already 6 inches above normal with rain here in Louisville. 6 inches above, and we're not even halfway through the year. And over the next 5 days, they said that Metro Louisville will get another 6 inches of rain. So we're going to be a foot above normal, and we're not even halfway through the year. Now, the dry season hits here probably early August. Well, let me take that back. July, August, and about half of September is pretty dry around here. By the end of September to early October, rainy season hits again. And late September, October, and a good chunk of November can be very wet. So we'll see how it goes. Speaking of wrestling, I thought they were replaying the Shawn Michaels boyhood dream story with Jey Uso. I don't know. I haven't seen much of it, so I can't really say. I just saw some highlights on YouTube, I don't have Netflix. I'm very proud of that. There's two well-known kings in the professional wrestling business. That was Kenny the King Bolin, eventually becoming the Starmaker, but still, for whatever reason, kept the name King. Jerry Lawler's crown sitting right there that he handed down to me years ago, because I sold the black one that he gave me years ago when I was going through weight loss surgery and all that stuff. I sold one of my briefcases, which I still have the primary one that has hit a lot of people over there. And so, yeah, I don't know much about it. I don't know what their goals are and what their plans are with all that. Something telling me that Uso could possibly be hurt. Because I don't know why you would have him lose the world title on a tap out on a Monday Night Raw. You think that would have been a pay-per-view event? I'm sorry. They call it something else now because they're not really pay-per-views. A premium live event, PLE. Premium live. I thought they would have him lose it on a premium live. I just caught on Pat McAfee was making fun of that the other day. They're not pay-per-views anymore. They're premium live events. So we got that. Rooting big time for my Cincinnati Reds tomorrow in Detroit. If we could go up to Detroit, beat the best team in baseball 2 out of 3, that would be good. We owe the Cubs a few ass whippings down the line. Cubs are playing some real good ball. Cubs are my second favorite team. I got their garbage can over there. Now, those garbage cans you see over there, the Atlanta Braves, and they're for sale. My sound bar now sets on those. You see, I got my Dolphin helmet, my Cincinnati Reds mug, my Cincinnati Reds batting cap, an Underdog lunchbox that goes back to the 60s. Those garbage cans go back to 1968. I would not take anything less than 100 for those. But if you're a Braves fan and want the original Atlanta Braves logo, or a Cubs fan and like the original Chicago Cubs logo, and I've had people say, Kenny, I don't see why that bear would be considered racist, then you might want to look in the mirror. Because if you don't look at that bear and see a racist bear, then I don't know. I don't know. That's the iPhone. Let me check the correct phone. 2 more minutes on the show, guys. 2 more minutes on the show. No more donations, so I think we're going to be safe to leave here in 2 minutes. But the star of the game, we're going to start announcing a star of the game. How much just for the Braves can? Well, I said I wouldn't take any less than 100 each. Make me an offer. And if you would like the Atlanta Braves one, I'll even throw you a few extras in there for anybody that buys it. I'll make sure you get a water bottle, a BS flag, which you see hanging out of the Reds cup there, the Boss card, which are plastic credit card looking things we give out to supporters of the show. But yeah, I couldn't let that go for anything less than 100. They actually belong to a member of my son's family. And when he died, those were left to my son, but he's not the biggest baseball fan. So he gave them to me, but he said, if you can sell them for charity, then do that. So I like them. They're nice to have, but I'm 65 years old. They've been in my house for several months. But I would rather take those trash cans and feed some families with it. I mean, if I got 120 each out of those 2 cans, I can feed 3 families for each can. So that's 6 families sitting over there waiting to be fed. The motorcycle helmet over there has got the Bolin Services Incorporated logo on it with 2 small logos on the side. So I would consider selling that helmet to somebody that might want it, that wanted a BS Incorporated logo helmet. How do you see Cena? How do you see Cena saving face? You know what? Has The Rock really done that? The Rock still makes $40 million a year making movies, and he's still one of the biggest movie stars in the world. Probably, let's face it, bigger than Cena. Does bigger blockbusters than Cena. And but Cena is right up there in total income revenue with The Rock. But The Rock doesn't seem to give a shit about being recognized as a babyface or a heel. And I think Cena may have reached that point as well. But I do want to call, before I go, I'm supposed to be leaving right now. But I'm going to hang around for one more last observation. The WWE was here at Freedom Hall recently, or not Freedom Hall. That's the old basketball arena. The KFC Yum Center. The KFC Yum Center for college basketball holds very close to 22 to 23,000 people. For concerts and events to where you don't have the basketball court taking up a lot of space, you can get well over 24, 25, maybe even 26,000 people in the KFC Yum Center. They had a Monday Night Raw that they announced as a sellout that had a capacity crowd of under 12,000 people. That's not a sellout, folks. That's called under half a house. That is under half a house. And Triple H purposely uses much smaller Videotrons on shows that have the capability of selling out all the seats. They don't use that big giant ass Tron anymore that would take up a fourth of the fucking arena, especially the total end of an arena, because you couldn't see over the goddamn thing or around it. So no, they lied. Freedom Hall was not a sellout. That was half a house. And then at Rupp Arena, they claimed it was the largest gate ever in the history of Lexington, Kentucky at an event. It was over $1 million gate. Or maybe they meant wrestling. All right, that part might be true. But they were acting like a sellout crowd of 11,900 people at Rupp Arena. Well, anybody that is from Kentucky or Lexington or Louisville knows that Rupp Arena bragged for all many years that sellout crowds at Rupp Arena were over 24,000 people for basketball, which means you can easily get 26 or 27,000 in there for a concert or a wrestling event. They lied again. That is damn near a third of a house. A little over a third of a house. Even if we round up to the lowest numbers, you can't give them half a house. Not a sellout. So I know the WWE is supposed to be hot right now. Their ticket prices are too fucking high. The common guy can't afford to fucking go anymore. I'm hearing marks out there, people that can't donate on this show, dropping $900 to go to Raw or SmackDown so they can sit in the lower level. $300 to sit in the upper level. So if they got the tickets priced so high, yeah, it's going to be hard to fucking sell them all. So I don't know why they're lying about shit like that. I haven't heard from Rico in a while, guys. He had told me he was going to make a big donation when he sold his house, but maybe he hadn't sold his house yet. He moved in with an old high school flame or something out in the new state that he lives in. I don't know if he's made that public yet or not, but he doesn't live in Las Vegas anymore. But he told me when he sold his house, he was going to make a nice donation, but I haven't heard anything out of him. But Rico also knows I'm very anti-Trump and just probably doesn't want to get into it. Could be. Could be. So, yeah, they lied to you about the crowds at Freedom Hall. Not Freedom Hall. I'm having flashbacks. The Yum Center, KFC Yum Center, and Rupp Arena. No, not sellouts. Not even close. Not even half a house. So why they lie about that shit? They're bound to know that people in Louisville and Lexington know what the capacity of their fucking ball arenas are. So they just fucking lie about it. And it's like when you watch politics on TV. Fox News is trying to convince you that Los Angeles is burning to the ground. No, for some reason, somebody decided to set some Wavos on fire. And to tell you how big a deal a Wavo is, I didn't know what a Wavo was until a few days ago. What the fuck's a Wavo and why are they setting them on fire? They're driverless cars. I'm not overly excited about getting into a driverless car, to be honest with you. That technology hasn't gotten far enough that I'm overly thrilled to do that. The one interview I want is the guy that was in the plane crash in India, 243 people dead. I'm going, why are they looking for survivors? This is idiotic. No, one guy made it. He jumped out the fucking exit door. I thought this was all made up bullshit. All a lie. No. They showed him walking away from the fucking plane crash with scrapes and bruises. My son said, well, he got a little dusty. I said, yeah, that's a shame. He got a little dusty jumping out of a fucking moving airplane at 600 miles an hour. I'm sorry, 625 feet. 625 feet in the air. The plane wasn't in the air 3 minutes. How he knew to jump out the exit door. Smartest guy in the world. Shouldn't have worked. He should be as dead as everybody else. But that fucker is telling the story now. He's telling a story that no one else is telling. One of the most amazing things I've ever heard of. So I gave you an extra 5 minutes just to get those stories in. They're lying to you about the house crowd. So if you know the capacity of your basketball arena and then you hear WWE announce the crowd And you got to remember, those are attendances for basketball. There's more seating available for a wrestling show. And especially if you don't throw up a giant ass Titantron. Why you would lie in a 24,000 seat arena and say 11,900 is a sellout is fucking beyond me. It's very insulting. It's insulting when I watch Fox Entertainment and they tell you Los Angeles is burning to the ground, because everybody I know that lives there says they're full of shit. Yeah, but you got disruptors no matter what you do. Oh, it's paid. Democrats are being paid to disrupt these protests. Could be Republicans being paid to do it. Maybe Republicans are being paid to set the Huevos on fire, cause a little corruption, make it look worse than what it is. Could be Republicans. It's about as true as any fucking thing Fox Entertainment. I don't know this, and neither do they. If somebody's being paid for producing fucking receipts, produce part of mine. And then you got 4 politicians murdered, well, attempted murder. 2 of them are dead. 2 more might not make it. Murdered in Minnesota. Why? So they could get the numbers back in their state politics. Because with those 2 being murdered, Republicans now have the advantage. And a guy dressed as a cop did it. Or he was a cop. I don't know if they've caught him yet or not. I haven't seen much news. But yeah, shit's fucked up, guys. Shit's fucked up. So we're going to have to say goodbye to the 30 of you that are watching the show right now. Don't know why we were up to 12 and then gets back up to 30. I'll check and see if a last-minute donation got in, but I bet you it didn't, and it did not. So we want to thank Kelly for that last $10 donation, Jeffrey Sanford for saving the show, Randy Macho Man Satterley, give me a few minutes to let my dogs out, get me something to drink. Well, I got something right here, so I'm going to say, got my Pepsi. Got my Diet Pepsi. I didn't drink too much of it, but there it is. And I will, and thank you. Overall, pretty good night. And Jeffrey Sanford saving the night, and we appreciate that. Star of the game, Jeffrey Sanford. We're going to have a star of the game on every show from now on. Maybe we'll come up with something to where we get a picture, and I'll talk to Bob, see what we can do to where we have a star of the game. And, well, Randy, I guess you can go ahead and call me now, because what I got to go over with you won't take 5 or 10 minutes, and then I will let the dogs out and get me some ice for my drink, because it's a little warm right now. Shout out to Five Guys, brand new sponsor on the show. Don't know how long they'll be here, but as long as they want to be here, we'll find a way to keep them. And let me get that down so we can see our sponsors. God damn it. What the fuck? Shout out to Arby's. Was going to go there today, but we had scheduling conflicts, wasn't able to make it. We're going to get back over there Monday or Tuesday to Arby's. Shout out to Royals Chicken, who was very good to us for several months. Like I said, they got a new management thing going on over there. They're not spending any money even on their employees, which disappoints me because they got some very good people over there. Carrabba's Bar and Grill, I'm hoping to get back over there within the next 30 days or so. And the Fish House, I need to get back to very soon. We love the Fish House. But other than that, I'm the Star Maker. No help from Bob. No help from Coltrane. Well, we're getting used to that. So until Tuesday night, and we won't have Bob on Tuesday because that's Nerd Night. So you guys are getting thoroughly cleansed of Bob Hazelwood on these shows. So until Tuesday night, can't be killing what is. No, it's not cool to be killing what. Narn, do you have any interest in the Atlanta Braves garbage can? I would try and zoom in on it a little further. We'll do that on the Tuesday show. If you have any interest in that, let me know. And like I said, I'll include a few extras with it if you want it. And but it's a pretty cool thing to have. That's the 1968 logo, which they're not allowed to use that logo no more. There are people that say, well, I don't see why that's racist. Well, the Cleveland Indians don't have their logo that looked a lot like that. The Atlanta Braves, who was their mascot, Chief Nakahoma. Pretty cool name. So, but no, it's not cool to be killing your legislators. I mean, I think Trump is as evil and as horrible a piece of shit a human that ever lived, and I do not condone somebody killing him. There's a lot of people saying that shit was staged, to where he got winged in the ear from a piece of glass, and still claims it was a bullet that took half his ear off, but I think y'all have seen that's bullshit as well. And they said the guy that was hired to take the shot didn't know he was getting killed in the process. Well, that's a lot of talk. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what a lot of people are saying. No pun on Fox Entertainment, of course. So, I don't know. But once again, until Tuesday night, 9:05 p.m. Eastern. I am the Starmaker, and I did say a good day.